Hello everyone, in today's video I wanted to share with you guys 9 of the easiest builds you can use to start playing raids in Guild Wars 2. These builds work in Quickplay mode or normal mode too, and the idea of this build is that they are easy enough so you don't have to think a lot about the DPS rotations and you can pay more attention to the mechanics of the raids. The first one is a favorite of many, is the Power Reaper. This build is great because it has a lot of damage, a lot of CC, and Necromancer has the biggest base HP in the game, and additionally you have your Shroud, which is more hit points on top of your health. For the traits we are using Spite, Soul Reaping and Reaper, and for the skills we are using Blood Fiend, Well of Suffering, Signet of Spite, Well of Darkness and the Flesh Golem. For the equipment we are using full Berserker with Scholar Runes, except the Amulet, which is Assassins, and the Relic of Fireworks. And for the weapons we are using Greatsword and Staff, both with Force and Accuracy sigils. I will leave you here the skill rotation. One important thing to do is to enter and exit in Shroud before the soul barbs wears off. This way you will always be having the damage modifier. Next one is the Power Mechanist. This one is probably one of the most simple builds. For the traits we are using Explosives, Firearms and Mechanist, and the skills we are using Signets and the Grenade Kit. For the equipment we are using full Berserker with the Scholar Runes and the Relic of the Thief, and for the weapon we are using a rifle with Force and Earth Sigils. I will leave you here the skill priority, and you can make it even easier by putting your mech skills in autocast. One important thing you should do is to have your mech always close to you. This way you get the maximum benefit from the Mechanical Genius trait. Next one is the Condition Soulbeast. This one is very simple because you will always be merged with your pet and only switching weapons when you need CC. The traits we are using are Wilderness Survival, Skirmishing and Soulbeast. And the skills are Healing Spring, the Flame Trap, Sharpening Stone, Viper's Nest and Entangle. The equipment is full Vipers with Trapper Runes and the Relic of the Drowned Hunter. The weapons are Shortbow with Malice and Earth Sigils and Dagger and Warhorn with Bursting and Earth Sigils. I will leave you here the skill priority, and one thing you should know is to always alternate between your Flame Trap and Viper's Nest to maintain the Relic uptime. Next build is the Condition Willbender. For the traits we are using Virtues, Radiance and Willbender, and for the skills Litany of Wrath, Purging Flames, Whirling Light, Signet of Wrath and Heaven's Palm. And for the equipment we are using full Carrion except the Amulet, which is Vipers, the Balthasar Rune and the Relic of Fractal. And for the weapons we are using Sword and Torch with the Smoldering and Bursting sigils and double pistols with the same sigils. I will leave you the skill priorities here, and one thing you should know is to always use your multi-hitting skills after you use the F1. Next is the Condition Specter. This build has the ability to share Alacrity with your teammates. The Specter also have a Shroud that will give you extra hit points on top of your health when you are in Shroud. For the traits we are using Deadly Arts, Trickery and Specter, and for the skills we are using Well of Doom and Venoms. And for the equipment we are using full Vipers with Tormenting Runes and the Relic of the Blightbringer. And for the weapons we are using Scepter and Dagger with Doom and Tormenting Sigils, and in the other weapon set you can use a pistol offhand for CC. Here is the skill priority for the build. Note that you might need to stay longer in Shroud to share more Alacrity if needed. Next one is the Condition Berserker. This build is very durable thanks to the high base HP it has, and you can share Quickness with it. The traits are Arms, Discipline and Berserker, and the skills are Blood Reckoning, Outrage, Shattering Blow, Sundering Leap and Headbutt. For the equipment we are using full Vipers with Berserker Runes and the Relic of Fractal, and for the weapons we are using Sword and Torch with Geomancy and Doom Sigils, and a longbow with Earth and tormenting sigils. Here I leave the rotation for the build. Keep switching weapons and using your burst skills. This is how you share quickness, so you want to do it as much as possible. And you can use your utility skills to prolong the duration of the Berserker mode. Our next build is the Condition Tempest. With this build you can share Alacrity with your teammates and also generates a lot of might. And also the lead of this build is really good to avoid deadly mechanics. For the traits we are using Earth, Fire and Tempest, and for the skills we are using Sickness and 2 Shouts. For the equipment we are using Viper Armor with Trapper Runes, Backpack and Trinkets Ritualist, and the Relic of the Herald. And for the weapons we are using Pistol and Warhorn with Smoldering and Agony Sigils. This is the rotation for the build. You will share Alacrity when using your overloads, and make sure to use your signets when you are using them. The next build is the Condition Mirage. With this build you will share Alacrity by using your ambush skills. For the traits we are using Dueling, Chaos and Mirage. And for the skills we are using False Oasis, Signet of Midnight, Signet of Domination, Crystal Sands and Jaunt. For the equipment we are using Full Vipers with Trapper Runes and the Relic of the Adventurer. And for the weapons we are using Double Staff with Bursting and Energy Sigils. I will leave you here the skill priorities of the build. With this build it's important to have a rhythm with your dodges. You don't want to dodge too close to the previous dodge, because you end up cancelling the ambush animation of your clones. And always try to dodge and use your ambush when you have 3 clones. And the last build is a Power Renegade, which also shares Alacrity. For the traits we are using Devastation, Invocation and Renegade, and the legends we are using the Legendary Dwarf Stance and the Legendary Renegade Stance. For the equipment we are using Berserker Armor with Dragon Hunter Rune, the Relic of the Herald, and the rest of the equipment is Diviners. For the weapons we are using Double Swords with Concentration and Force Sigils, and Staff with the same sigils. And here I leave you the skill priority of the build. It's important to always be pulsing Alacrity with the F4, and always try to swap legends when you are below the 10% of energy, and only try to switch to Staff for CC. And that's it, these are all the builds I recommend for starting raiding. Also make sure to check the written guides I leave in the description. They have more details about the builds, and if you have more questions you can write me in the comments. And if you think the video was useful, please subscribe and give it a like, and see you on the next video. Bye!